Good people, I'm back yet again. So the thing is, I did go to court today. Now y'all know I'm gonna do anything the judge tell me to do because it got something to do with my children. Y'all know that I ain't never been away from my kids ever. And that's actually a reason for me to have a mental breakdown. The fact that my children was just taken from me and just split up, and you don't even know who your children around when you always been able to be there, that's an issue. But y'all, the drug screen that they had me take, once again, when I kept on trying to tell these doggone people, I don't do drugs, I only smoke weed. And I only smoke weed because I was irritated. Shoot. It was a lot of stuff going on in my life. It's always been a lot of stuff going on with my life. Could you imagine having a doggone child at 19 years old and your mama passed away 2 weeks before your child is born? Could you imagine finding out you pregnant and in the same weekend your father passed away? Could you imagine not having no doggone help? Could you imagine going through a very abusive marriage anyway, trying to get out of it? And the only way I was able to get out of it was forcefully, with people, put their hands on me and stuff like that. I spoke on all that. But the thing is, I ain't finna talk about that today because the judge did me a favor, me and my kids a favor, by telling me that I need to communicate with the partnership for families, in Chattanooga, um, so I can get visitation rights with my children. So y'all, as long as I'm able to see my doggone kids until all this is over with, that's fine with me. I just couldn't keep on going without seeing my doggone kids. Like, that's just really rude. That's very disrespectful, especially when I have been their primary parent their whole lives. Whole lives. So as I was talking to the lady, yes, I'm gonna go do a mental health evaluation or whatever. Now, when I did it to begin with, they said that all I had was PTSD and anxiety, all of those extra stuff. Which, once again, y'all listen to what I have been through in them videos down below. I mean, but I was dealing with all this way before May, y'all. Dealing with it just fine. And taking care of my children just fine. No problems. When I talked to the lady for partnership, she asked me what was going on. I told her everything. Now, my real issue is mentally, y'all, with this abuse that happened with my daughter. Y'all heard her doggone testimony down there of what happened when it come to her. For me to be a woman that has been sexually abused multiple times, that triggered something in me. And it was like instant mother mode. Instant. Like mama bear mode. Like, seriously, because it was done to me. Not at the age of 9 years old, but still it was done to me. So I can only imagine what was going on. Y'all, calling the doggone lady in partnership was the best damn thing that I could have did. I'm trying not to cry, y'all, because the whole time I've been sitting here trying to get some doggone help about the situation, I wasn't able to get nowhere. But calling this woman and then doing a mental health evaluation and then giving them all the proof that I have, I didn't mind them telling the judge to go ahead and listen to these videos. I'm pretty sure he may listen to this one. My lawyer said there is no way that these people can say that I'm threatening them if I'm in my own home. If I didn't directly give them information to this page, they can't say that I was threatening them in no shape, form, or fashion at all. Once again, I don't have a car. I don't even know most of these people number. I don't know these people number, especially, my son's side of the family. Don't know these people. Have not contacted these people. Ain't been around these people. The only time I seen them is when they was at juvenile court. Now, that's the thing that my lawyer was trying to figure out. Because if they have an order of protection out against me, why were they at a court date that didn't have anything to do with them? Now, I didn't mind German girlfriend being there at all because, I guess she needed to testify on her behalf. That's cool. I did get very, very irritated the fact that I tried to touch my son, y'all. And she wouldn't even allow me to touch my son. No, there's an order of protection. No, there's an order of protection out against me and you, or you against me, when I don't even know you, but not against me and my child. That's completely different. So as I was talking to the lady in partnership, she was saying, so you mean tell me that you couldn't even see or touch your own son when you went to court? I said, yeah, because the people that got an order of protection out against me was there. And they were the ones that was holding my son. And she was just like, well, why would they even come and have your son there and you can't touch your son? But then they say that, I guess I was supposed to get in trouble for trying to touch my son. Like, y'all, that kind of baffled me. It threw me for a loop. So Me going through all this, I actually had to calm myself down. And that's been the hardest thing throughout this whole situation because I know it's been unfair. But anything for my doggone children, I had to calm myself down. She got the information and she's trying to figure out if they have an order of protection out against me, why were they even there? If they were so afraid of me or threatened by me, doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense to me either, but I'm glad that somebody else actually see it the same way I see it because I'm just like, wouldn't that mean that you wouldn't want to be nowhere near me if I did something to you or I threatened you or you felt some type of way? Like, why would you why would you present yourself in the same environment that I'm in if this is what happened? So, long story short, the lady at partnership, she's gonna do whatever she has to do for as me having visitations with my children frequently. She said once a week since they were living with their mother to begin with. So that means once a week they have to come and be, well, they have to see me. I don't mind nobody being around with me and my children have a conversation. Like y'all know that I will record my kids. Y'all seen it on the Facebook videos. Y'all seen the last 2 times that I talked to them. When they was here, I recorded it. And when I had a conversation with my children recently, I recorded it. Okay? I don't have nothing to hide. Period. So I gave her the documentation and the proof of the police reports that I made because she was wondering what's going on. Because just like the judge said, before May, none of this came about. And I said, correct. None of this came about until, once again, as I repeat, I said something about this money that was stole. I mean, y'all, if y'all seen the doggone proof, y'all seen the paperwork down below. So it ain't like I'm over here lying about some doggone money. Why in the world would it even been sent to me? And then all of a sudden, the person that's supposed to got a divorce long time ago from juvenile court, that's the judge. When we went to child support court or whatever, me and Dallas, the judge requested, actually put it in paperwork that Dallas needs to pay for a divorce. Mainly because I was a stay-at-home mom, pretty much, and I had children back to back to back. He was the only person that was working. He ended up stopped working, and then, I ended up having to deal with $240 a month to try to take care of 6 kids. Well, it was okay. I wasn't even really tripping. Like I said, it was never been an issue at all for a man to come and do what they got to do for their kids. If I don't know who you're around, then that's a concern. Just like for them to say they concerned about my children being at home with me, I'm also concerned about my children being in an environment and around people that I do not know. It's respect factors on both ends, okay? So it ain't like I'm just trying to make it to y'all got to do what I want y'all to do. No, like even when it came to my son and his father and girlfriend, y'all got to understand. I was going through a doggone miscarriage, which y'all seen on my paperwork when I went to the hospital. I was still supposed to take them doggone prenatal vitamins because I have low iron. But I don't take them. No. I feel like prenatal vitamins make me fertile or a lot more fertile. But I don't have sex, so I ain't worried about that. Anywho, I talked to her about the whole situation. I talked to her about everything that's going down, everything that went on. And she's trying to figure out once again how these people trying to take me to court for order of protection when I ain't been around them. I ain't had no contact with them. And I got my phone records showing that I have not called nobody's job. I ain't text nobody. I ain't going around these people. And then the thing is, this is my page. Y'all know that I'm at home. Every time I make a video, I'm at home, right? So if I don't have a vehicle, I'm always at home and I have my phone documentation proof that I don't call nobody. Now you can delete a phone number, you can delete text messages and everything out of a phone. But the printout of your phone log, that'll prove who you done called and who you done text. Period. It don't matter if you deleted out the phone or not. Your call log and your phone activity is not gonna lie. So I went ahead and got that just to prove when I go to court when Thursday that I ain't called nobody. I dang gonna show ain't been by nobody's house because I ain't got no doggone car. And I'm not finna waste either no gas money or not finna have nobody take me by there. Matter of fact, don't even have nobody take me to the store. Like I told the judge, I walk. He said, how you get to work? I walk. He was like, you don't ride the bus? When I feel like it, shoot, that's $1.50 in my doggone pocket. I already got to pay rent and every doggone thing else at this present moment. So no, sir, I do not. I walk. Shoot. Ain't no problem with walking. It got me fit. I got 8 kids. Well, I've had 8 children. If you, I must say so. My body seems to be very fit, for 8 kids. So I don't mind walking. Well, it did get a little chilly today, so I probably won't be walking too much more because I have a low earn and honey, it's cold outside. So the drug screen passed with flying colors, as I knew I would because, like I told y'all, I asked the doggone CPS lady to give me a drug screen. Who in their right mind gonna tell somebody to get them a drug screen, but they know they doing drugs? Like that don't even make sense at all. So I ain't even been smoking weed, y'all. I've been smoking the hell out these doggone cigarettes, and it's starting to taste real nasty. Like it's starting to taste dry and stale. I guess that's what's supposed to do when you ask God to actually take the taste out your mouth for cigarettes. Yeah, it's only in a moment where I smoke it every now and then when I get irritated and stuff like that. But whatever. Um, long story short, I'll be able to have visitation with my children. Excuse me. She said she's gonna reach out to their fathers about, when wherever we supposed to be meeting to visit with my children, all of those extra stuff. She said that she was gonna check on this situation with my daughter, which thankfully that gave me a peace of mind actually because I've been calling and calling and calling about this situation with my daughter. Yes, maybe it bothers me a lot more, but could y'all actually sit here and y'all heard the video for yourself, right? No, I don't coach my doggone children to say nothing because y'all heard the video. I make it really, really known for my children if just like at home. If they didn't do something, don't say you did. If you did something, admit to it, okay? That's all you gotta do. And we can work it out. But for other people to try to cover it up, that's an issue for me. Because that's gonna eventually cause her mental issues later on down the road. I know, because it happened to me. Period. So the woman said, so is that the reason why you start acting out of character is what she said, because she said she don't understand how in the world I was taking care of children for 13 years by myself and I was at home with them all the time by myself, and then all of a sudden I just lose my mind. I said, no ma'am. I said I went through a miscarriage in January. Y'all got to understand, like I said, with me and my son's father, I found out today that he actually was talking to the girl that he's with currently way before I even knew about it, which I already suspected. That's the reason why I really did act a fool about it. I actually opened the door. I asked her, ma'am, how long you been talking to him? She said 2 months. This was in February, the beginning of February. I said nothing else. I shut the door and I pulled off. Period. Now, had he already came to me, had he been talking to me about, Shelly, we ain't gonna work out, blah. I'm already talking to somebody. This is who she is. It wouldn't have been an issue. Sure wouldn't have been no issue because I would already had clear understanding of what's going on. I was blindsided like a mudsucker when this situation happened. I was. I can't say I was too much in my feelings. It was just a confirmation of what I already knew was going on. And I can't say that it made me feel good because I felt like I was putting in time and attention when it comes to somebody that I already had somebody else. Could you imagine just doing that? Yeah, that kind of bothered me a little bit. But I got past it. Like, I know y'all hear my doggone voice. I know y'all know for a fact that if I had an issue about it, if I was so upset about a man being with somebody else, I'd probably still be down in the doggone dumps. You know how you go through a depression spell when you end up having a breakup or something, say a marriage and you split. Everybody has their little moments. I didn't really have one of those. I was really upset about the fact that no wonder this man couldn't be here for me when I actually found out that I was pregnant with our last child because he was already messing with somebody else. That shit hit me deep. Like that shit kind of hurt bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I got over it. Okay? Once again, I'm happy for them. Babies are a blessing. I just sat there and told these doggone people, do y'all want me to get you a gift? What you having? A girl? Whatever. I ain't never went to this woman. It made it seem like I was gonna harm or hurt her in no type of way. And I really don't even put my hands on people that's not pregnant. I couldn't even imagine putting my hands on a woman that is actually carrying a child. Y'all, I have had 8 children. Okay? It's not that serious about a man. Not when you carrying a child. Like that part was completely false. So, whatever. But the woman trying to figure out the lady at the partnership, I forgot her name, but I got it saved in my phone. She said, so you mean tell me that these people are getting order protections out against you off of videos that you made on YouTube, public for everybody to see? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, so you don't have a vehicle. You have not been around these people. I said, no, ma'am. I said, I've been at home. So she was just as confused as I was. And I was just like, well, all I can say is it is what it is. Like, she said, so who told them about the video? I said, well, from my understanding, my daughter's godmother told my son's father about the videos. And I guess he just passed it along. Or somebody was just trying to search my page. I said, I didn't communicate with them. I ain't had no communication at all with them. So that was a whole nother situation too, because she was just like, so you mean tell me these people trying to get you arrested for something that you're doing in your home, but they watching you while you in your home. So how you bothering them if you in your home? I was just like, yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too. I said, because freedom of speech is freedom of speech. I mean, it is. A person is able to say whatever they want to say as long as they don't cause anybody any bodily harm or actually send threats to them. I ain't went to these people and said nothing. I said they was gonna probably get arrested. I did say they was gonna get arrested, mainly because y'all know that my daughter's father is covering up about this sexual abuse thing. Because he said he take them to the doctor, he do this, he do that. But you was there when this situation happened with our daughter. I called him so he can come and comfort his child like a man's supposed to. So he know what was going on. And he's not trying to get my daughter any help for this situation. So in anybody's logical mind frame, you would say, what? He's trying to cover it up, right? If you're not getting somebody some help for it, if you're not getting your child some help, that means you're trying to cover it up. And that's just how I think. That's how a lot of people think, obviously. I gave her the report. I gave her all the information. I made sure that I got her email. I sent the video of my daughters making a police report. I sent her my YouTube page so she can listen to the testimony of my child herself. Okay? So we got that understood. Got that out the way. I told her about my finances. I gave her the insurance policy information so she can, check up on that as well, because she's concerned as well as very confused of how in the world after 10 years I get the information and then all of a sudden they say there was no money. What was the point of you even sending me the doggone information in? I'm just curious and very much confused. Okay, past that, we got that. All I'm saying is I'm thankful for today. That's pretty much all I'm saying. I'm really thankful for today because one, I'm not a drug addict, like was said. Certain people was out here saying. Um, shoot, they was also saying that I was a prostitute too, which that's a lie. Um, as well as I launder money laundering, that's a lie because I work for every doggone thing that I have. Um, and then this mental health evaluation thing. See, I had already did it one time when I told the judge that the woman had called me. So that's the first. You got to get a phone interview evaluation or whatever. So she said, I've already done that. So I'll be going in tomorrow to do the rest of whatever. Don't mind doing that at all. I mean, shoot. All they said was I got PTSD. I was depressed. Any woman that's going through a doggone miscarriage, when you find out the man that you pregnant by was actually cheating on you with somebody else and using your vehicle to go be around this person, yeah, that's a reason for you just to flip out. Like, yeah, I almost didn't flip out on him though. Nor did that keep me from taking care of my children the way I was supposed to. I dealt with it in the way I know how. I was drinking, minding my business in my home, same way I am now. Well, I'm not drinking now. I ain't smoking now, but I'm still in my home, minding my business as usual. So now that all that is taken care of, and somebody else that actually has more connections than I'd have is looking into the whole situation. And she said that she will be able to provide me with some type of answers by tomorrow. So I'm very delighted for that. I'm happy about being able to see my children, all of them. Y'all, the whole time that Beans was in there, every time he turned around and he was just looking at me, he was just smiling. I was like, look at the mama's Beans. And could you imagine sitting up there just looking at your child, but you can't touch him because the people that's around him or holding him got to order protection out against you? What was the point of even bringing my child up there? I was like, these people just want me to flip out. These people really want me to flip out about my child. I said, but you know what? I ain't going to give them the satisfaction. I'm just going to keep on moving, keep on pushing. And that's exactly what the officer said, baby. Keep pushing. Never don't get down on yourself. He was like, it's going to be all right. And of course, it's going to be all right. One step at a time. So got all the real stuff out the way. The only reason why the judge said that he wanted me to do a mental health evaluation because he said making 1,000+ videos just he got to understand I got a lot of time on my hands now. I don't have 8 children that I'm taking care of. But what else do I need to talk about every day besides my kids and the situation surrounding my kids? That's the only reason why I speak on it. If it wasn't for the situation and how it unfolded and the situation surrounding my children, then I would have never been talking to y'all. Not at all. I still would have been in here saying, have you washed your behind? Go get them school clothes ready. Why y'all got chip bags up under your bed? Who is that jumping on my couch? Why y'all got that type stuff? That's what I normally do on a daily basis when it comes to me and my children. I mean, y'all can see that in the videos on Facebook. Yeah. Anywho, all I'm saying is I'm thankful for him telling me to communicate with partnership for families. Because now everything that's been a concern of mine is being passed off to someone else that's going to actually see what's going on and going to look into it a lot more than apparently anybody else that I have contacted about the situation. As well as me supposed to been threatening people, but I've been at home. And you really can't say that somebody's doing something to you if you voluntarily watching them. I ain't give these people my doggone pay. I ain't had no conversation with these people. I ain't talked to them at all. So why in the world would I just sit there? And then the fact that somebody said, well, she was using fake numbers. No, I wasn't. I talked to 2 people. No, not 2 people. I gave my big back ass cousin Shunny, the one that got my money at this present moment. I gave her. Oh, doggone. So now what's gonna happen when these people realize that I don't have a mental issue and you holding on to my money and saying that I got a mental issue? And you said that I was a drug addict too. Yeah, you did. But that has been determined to be a lie. Just like everything gonna thing else y'all been saying is a lie. But once again, I don't mind doing a mental health evaluation when it comes to everything that happened with my children. Like I said, my door was kicked in. I've been staying here for 5 years. My door was kicked in. And my kids was here. That's a reason to be paranoid already. Then I'm in my home again, and somebody comes to my home and busts out my windshield to my car. I know y'all seen the pictures. If you have not, I still have them. That's another concern. As well as somebody coming in the middle of the night beating on my door constantly while my children are here and had me and my kids scared because we went to Calvin Donaldson and told it wasn't just me. My kids were sitting there saying how they were scared too. That's the reason why I didn't go to school that day. And we went to the Family Justice Center to see about this situation regarding my daughter. Didn't get nowhere, but I called them today as well and let them know. Well, I left a voicemail because they didn't answer the phone. But thankful for this lady at the partnership or whoever she may be. I cannot remember her name right now, but I'm very grateful for her. I thank the judge for actually listening to all sides in the situation and, doing things by court order. Because he don't know me. So, of course, I don't mind him saying, she may need to go get checked out. But judge, look, man, sir, mister, I have much respect for a lot of people. I just don't like to be disrespected. And I've been doing this job through hell and high waters with my 8 children. And like Miss Jeremy girlfriend, her name is Ashley. I don't know her last name. I was heard she said it, but I don't know her last name. She said those children are respectful, very well mannered. They've been at my home for 5 months. Who y'all think was doing it? It didn't happen like that. If I wasn't raising my children properly, then it would show. I've been doing what I'm supposed to be doing for them children. And I've been putting my emotions and feelings and everything that I've been going through aside. Now I get a chance to not put it aside anymore and actually talk to somebody about what I've been going through. So I appreciate it. I thank you for that. Because I'm really always about my kids. And sometimes I might need to sit back and think about me for a moment and the emotional roller coaster that I have been on through my parenting journey. So I'm not upset. I have tears of joy in my eyes because now I've contacted somebody, well, kind of was forcefully contacting somebody that'll be able to help me and my children at the situation. They will help me find a better, safe home for me and my kids because I've already put in relocation for myself. Um, and to look into everything else that I was not able to get any help with. So y'all, today was today was a good day in the neighborhood. hmm And I also told my daughter daddy that until all this stuff was over with, I couldn't be around him because I didn't know what involvement he had with. I ain't know how these people was communicating because, like I said, these men didn't never talk to each other until recently. So I had to get a feel of what's going on. He had a granddaddy over there, and I used to stay with them, so I don't have a problem going to see my child over there as long as it's visitation or somebody is there while I'm there with my children. Cool, I do not mind. So we have another court date, December the 5th, and I'm excited, y'all. But I got to get ready to go to work. My feet hurt and my hips hurt, so I'll be back later on. Probably not. Who knows?